Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. So in this video, I'll try to cover the whole part of the configuration installation of Heat component provided by OpenStack. So Heat primarily is for the infrastructure automation. Our objective is to be able to, with just one click, to run the whole infrastructure creating a router and the self-service network. Also, we'll create two or more instances based on our need. All this using the script, and we are going to create floating IPs and associate it to the instances so we can access them using SSH. So the idea is to create, just put in mind what we will do here is configuring Heat so we can finally create and launch a full infrastructure of OpenStack. Okay, so let's now get into configuration. So first of all, what we need to do is, like always, we create a database. Sorry, MySQL. Here, let's create a database. It will be Heat. So now let me copy paste this. So this is given privilege and giving access also to the database. So we will specify here password, and also same here. We need to change password, then exit. Okay, so we'll source the admin credentials here, and like always, we'll try to create the user Heat. So user Heat user. So OpenStack user create domain will be default, and we'll specify the password. Not here, but we'll use the prompt option and the name of user. So I'll type, in my case, I'll type password, and all is good. Okay, so here we are going to create two service entries, one for named orchestration and the other one cloud formation. So let me copy paste this. So this is the service for named orchestration, and this service will be named heat CFN. Heat CFN, sorry. Okay. Orchestration, CFN. Okay. Like each service, what we'll do is we need to create the three endpoints, which are internal, public, and the admin one. So this will be for the public endpoint, this one for the internal. Okay, no, this one will be, sorry, this one for internal and this one for admin. Okay, nice. So now we will do the same process for the other service, Cloud CFN. Let's clear this. Let's do the same here. So this is the public endpoint for Cloud Formation. This is the internal one, and this is the admin one. So in total, we will have six endpoints, three for each service. Okay, now we need to create the heat domain. So this will contain the stack of users and the project. So let's clear this. So OpenStack domain create description. heat, and let's create the heat domain admin user now. Heat domain, nope, OpenStack user create link domain. It will be heat password prompt heat domain admin. Okay, so now what we need to do is we will give the admin role to heat user. So OpenStack role add, we need to specify the domain, it will be heat, user domain, it will be heat also, and user will be heat domain admin that we just created here, and we will give it the admin role. It's very simple. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to create the heat stack owner role. So OpenStack role create and heat, here it be heat stack owner. OpenStack role heat stack owner. And also we need to add the demo role. We'll add the uh, we'll add this to my project, I guess. Yes. So we need to add this role to the project, to my project of the my user. Okay. So if you remember, we have when we need or when we want to load um or when we want to use the my project for my user, we need to load the demo OpenRC file so we can work from CLI. Same here. So we created the heat stack owner role, and we need to add this role to my project. Okay. So we can then open the dashboard using my user, and we specify the project here in the dashboard in OpenStack dashboard, and we can create then and manage heat from OpenStack Horizon. Okay, so let's add the role OpenStack role add it will be project. Here it will say my project, and also we need to specify the user. So user will be in our case my user, and we'll add this role to it. Okay. Okay, nice. Now let's create another role. It will be OpenStack role create heat stack user. Heat stack user. Okay. So the orchestration service automatically assign. This is from documentation. So this the last role that we added, it says the orchestration service automatically assign the heat stack user role to users that it creates during stack. So this is the role it will be using for orchestration. By default, this role restricts API, application programming interface, operations. To avoid conflicts, do not add this role to users with the heat stack owner role. So we need to just create this role, and OpenStack, when it comes to orchestration deployment of the stack, it will use this role by default. Okay. So now we'll go into installation. So apt-get, sorry, apt-get install. First, we need to install the heat API, then a heat API CFN. This is for cloud formation, I think. Yes, and this will be heat engine here. We need the sudo here. Now we'll go into configuration. So the first thing that we'll do is we need to add the transport URL for the rabbit, and then we'll add the connection to the heat database. And then we'll, like the other services, we'll populate the database. So let's edit the heat, the conf. Okay. So the heat.conf. So let's first of all go and add the transport URL. So let me copy paste it. In our case, we need to change this with our password. So it will be password. And we need to find database. Oh, we don't have database. So let's add it. Database. And then we'll add this line, so we can specify MySQL the database that we are going to use. Here we need to specify the password. Okay, so password heat password at controller heat. It's correct. Okay, so now let's move on to the authentication used by Keystone. Okay, so here we're going to add v3, and this auth type password default, user domain name default, project service, and here the password that I used is password. And in this section we wouldn't have a trusty section, so let's add it. Let's copy paste it from, I'm copying from documentation. Auth URL also, it will be /v3, and the password for heat will be password. Okay, we have also clients Keystone. Okay, we don't have this section too, so let's add it under trusty. We might have some errors because we have here the URI, and I think this command is deprecated. Okay, so in here, oh sorry, not the authenticate URI, but the problem I think is within the auth URL. I don't know. because here we are using auth URI with E. It's not the same here, okay? We might have some errors. It's it's literally possible here, okay? Let's continue and we will find out. So in the default part, we need to add the stack domain, and here it will be password, stack domain admin password. Here domain admin. Let's let's populate the database here. We'll see if we have problems. If we just type let's restart the heat API, then the heat API CFN, and the heat engine. Okay, there's no problem for now. Let's go and verify the operation. So OpenStack orchestration service list. We need to find a lot of engines. None. Okay, orchestration service list. I think that's the problem. Yeah, I'll change this with really like this. Also here, same. Let's restart. Let's hope it works. Nice. We have another problem now. Max metric seated with. So back again. So the problem was within my resources, my storage space. I didn't have enough storage space on my SDA3. So what I did is I added from settings the hard disk to 35, and then I needed to make the allocation of resources of the space of the new space from within my Ubuntu virtual machine. So as you can see here, even when I added outside my virtual machine, I still have 29 megabyte available here. So what I did is I use the parted command so I can add so I can expand the free space. So I did the print to see that I don't have here. As you can see, this is the SDA3 that I have, and as you can see here, I'm using 31 gigabyte, but my total is 32, so I don't have enough space here. So I did the resize part for the SDA3, and this 100% is to add the total of the space, uh, the free space, okay? And then when you use the resize part command, you need to do the resize to fs command to the dev sd3, and that's to resize the file system with the new partition, okay, with the new partition that I just resized. Okay, now as you can see here, so before in dev SDA3 I had 29 megabyte available. Now I have 15 gigabyte available. So that's the problem. Okay, that's that's the error that I had before when I, for example, tap. Let's clear this. When I source the admin credential, then I tap OpenStack orchestration service list, or orchestration, my bad. Yes, so now it is working. So how I found how I found the problem. So basically, I went into the RabbitMQ logs, and I found that the RabbitMQ is stopping the process. Okay, and also I did some modifications in the heat.conf in the keystone section. So I changed the auth URI to auth URL. Okay, so here it was like this, and I changed that to URL. And also you need to change each auth URI uh, command here, or a parameter here. You need to change it to auth URL. Okay, so you will find that in the trusty section you will find the auth URI. You need to change it to auth URL. Also in the client's keystone section, you need to change this to URL too. Okay, let's do the start. So sudo systemctl or sudo service heat API start. We have the heat cfn2, and also we have the heat engine. So heat engine, yes. And now if you go to OpenStack orchestration service list, you will find all these agents that will be responsible for the orchestration. Okay, so that's the problem. Now let's go and continue our work. So let me open the documentation. So we are going to launch an instance using a demo template.yaml. So this is just for testing, so you can finally have uh, an instance running, and that instance was created by a simple script. Okay, so let's go and create the file demo to be demo template YAML. Let me copy paste it. This is the code. This is description. This is script from the documentation. OS Nova server Cirrus. So here we are going to launch a Cirrus image, and the flavor, we don't have M1 point tiny, so we have M1 point nano. Let us check. Yes. So also for the key name, we have my key, net ID. I guess we will specify the net ID within the parameter. We can add it here in the this section here. We can add the value of the net ID here, okay, here. But in our case, we are going to type we're going to specify it when we use the command to launch the hit script. So all this is good, I guess. Okay, let us now source the demo OpenRC, and we need to know we need to get the network ID for the self-service. So OpenStack network list, and now we need to export the net ID. So net ID should be equal to dollar. Here we are going to put OpenStack network list. This is the command that we just typed before, and we are going to take from it the self-service network. Okay, let's do like this. Print $2. So this is from documentation. Let me do here. Okay, let's check the command again. Export net ID equal to dollar OpenStack network list. Okay, so let's type OpenStack stack list. We won't find anything here. Now we need to create the script. So OpenStack stack create the demo template. Okay, that YAML. And as I said, we will specify the net ID in the parameter. Okay, net ID equal to dollar net ID. Okay, and the name will be stack. Let's try this. It won't work because I don't have. It may work because I have another compute running. Okay, I need to open my compute node. So automatically, I guess it will take the Nova compute running on my node, this controller node, and run from it the script so it can launch the instance. So here, create complete, update time. So let's see from Horizon the instance creation. Yes, you'll get this error. So this error because uh, when I gave the heat role to the my user, I specified the project. I specified the project part with service project, the service project. So this is why you are getting this error. So what you need to do is just change to my project, and it will work without any errors, I guess. And also here, as you can see, there is a quota of the volumes. So if you want to manage your volumes and even your instances and vCPU's usage, you can go to admin, then system, then default, and here you from this template you can update. You can make the adjustments here. So as you can see here, I can add the volumes. And if you go to the OpenStack, here you will find that the quota has been extended. Okay, let me change this. Let's go to instances, and then I must see the creation of the new instance. Okay, so this is the stack server, and this is the ID given by the heat. Okay, so by default we don't have the heat dashboard integrated with the OpenStack Horizon. Okay, so we will do that to include the dashboard. So it took an IP address and the key pair as I specified in the script, my key, and it is running, but it is hosted on the controller node, not the compute node, because I don't have much resources on my laptop. So for now, I'm working with the controller node. Okay, so you can do that by when you launch the script, automatically it will take the compute node and use the compute resources, and it will be hosted on the compute node. So it is hosted on controller. Nice. Let's see if it can ping. So you will find the IP. Now let's ping the external. It need to work. So it is working fine. And let's SSH this. Let's use the this parameter so to see the debug process. It won't work. Sorry. The problem, because I didn't assign any floating IP, I'm trying to access the internal IP address, and it's not possible in our case here. So what we need to do is we need to associate floating IP, and this floating IP will be provided from the provider network, and then we can access it using SSH. So I'm trying to do this just to verify that the default it is taking the key. Okay, so just I'm trying to check that. Let's do that again. Yes. Okay, that's clear. Then let's do the if config. We'll find here the internal IP, and then let's try to ping, and all is working fine. What can we do? Also, we can attach volume, but this is typical approach. So what we will do here, I'm gonna use a script that will launch the whole infrastructure. So before that, I'm gonna add the heat dashboard. So let's just look for the topology used here. Okay, so here we have the provider network, the router, the self-service network, and the instances. What we are going to do, we are going to create another router. It will be attached to the provider network, and this router created over here will be attached to another self-service network. And within this self-service network, we are going to attach, we're going to launch new instances, and also it will get the floating IPs given by the provider. Okay, so basically, all this circle here, the circle here will be done here. Okay, using a script. So before that, let's uh, stop this instance, shut off instance, and then I'm going to add the dashboard. So back again, it took me a while to shut down the instance. I don't know why. So now let's move to the dashboard integration within the Horizon dashboard of HIT. So we need first of all to install the heat dashboard. Let's do the sudo apt install python 3 heat dashboard. You see, it's very simple, not like the documentation. Now let's go here and we need to access the OpenStack dashboard horizon.conf. So do it or even it. Let's wait. There are just two steps that we need to do here. Okay, let's prepare it for. So let's search for the compress. Compress offline, false. Compress enabled. Let's put this to true. And then let's add the enable heat. Simple as that. And we need to restart the Apache 2. Sorry. System. Start Apache 2. Yes. Okay. So if we just go to the OpenStack Horizon dashboard, you will find the stack orchestration part uh, in the Horizon. It will take some time, I guess. Okay, this is the orchestration part that I talked about here. So we can find our stack that we just created 15 minutes ago, and let's go and click onto it. And here you will find the stack created. Okay, uh, we can check everything from here. So this is the IP address of the instance, and this is the instance name. This is the stack parameters: stack ID, project ID, stack name, net ID. Nice. OS Nova server, events, template. So this is the template that we used. So now I will do the reverse of what I did. So let's go and let's go to stack here and let's launch stack. So let's do the direct input. I don't know if it will work because we don't have the environment source file. So let's go into this demo template. Let's copy paste it, put it here. Let's try to go to next. Ah, it works. So stack test 2 or stack test. Okay, net ID, network to use. Okay, so when we are launching the stack using the dashboard, it will know automatically that we need to specify the net ID since we added the net ID on the script and within the parameter section. Okay, so let's just type self-service. I don't think it might work because we don't have another self-service here. So we'll add the self-service like this, and if it didn't work, we are going to add the ID, okay? Let's prepare the ID if it won't work. Stack test. Create in progress. Let's go to the instances and check from, okay, so create complete. And here we have the instance running. This is the name of the new instance that we have, but we don't have a floating IP. And also if we go and check the attachment, we won't find the VDB uh, partition or no volume attached. So the volume attachment and the floating IP association will be on the next video, where we are going to launch the whole infrastructure from zero. Okay, so in this video, what we did is we launched the Heat dashboard within the Horizon OpenStack dashboard, and also we configured and installed Heat engine, Heat API, Heat API CFN, and we created all the endpoints, all the configuration of Heat, so we can then access Heat stacks and launch from it the script, to get our stack, and we can do the same work from CLI. We just need to load the credentials so we can use the OpenStack create stack. Okay, so this is all for today. See you on my next video.